Okay, so let's talk about lubricating the Class 26 sewing machine from the Leather Machine Company. This machine happens to be utilizing a wicking system. So what that means is that there's a wick that helps the oil travel from one point to another, just like an old-fashioned oil lamp. And you'll see right here that there's a wick coming out of this little hole and through this joint right here. Okay, that's just one example. So what ends up happening is you put a drop of oil in this well here, and that wick is going to get the oil and then move it around. So you'll notice that there's all kinds of little red dots all over the place. So starting right here, there's a red dot through the casting, and there's a little plug with some red paint on it, another little red dot here, here, so on. So everywhere there's a red dot, what you're going to do is you apply a drop of oil. Here's another one here, a couple right here. This one is not for oiling, it's just to indicate the reverse lever. There's no hole there, it's just got a little red paint there. Here's one here. Okay, there's a dot right here in the bobbin case cover, but that's not where you would stick the oil. I would be a little more precision and open the cover up and see that little hole there. Inside, you'll notice that there's a wick as well, and that one's going to lubricate the joint at the bottom of the hook assembly. You want to make sure that you get a drop of oil on the race assembly between the hook and the bobbin case, right here between these two. It's not indicated with any paint, so you want to make sure that you get some there. Okay? Don't over oil that compartment, otherwise it's going to start dripping out of the bottom. So let's take a fine look and close-up look right here at this little
Cut.
hole.
Hang on. I'm just going to jump. And hang on. All right, go for it.
Okay, let's take a close-up look at this little hole right here. You don't need to oil this particular one, but what I want you to make note of is that there's a moving part and a joint and a little oiling well. This one is not painted red, but if you follow my pencil here and look inside this hole with a flashlight, you're going to notice inside there is a joint with a well that is identical to this one.
Do that part over real quick.
Okay.
Getting down to that hole.
Okay. You ready? Look inside this little well. Take a flashlight or something and look in there. Okay, you're going to see a joint with a little hole in it, just like this one over here. Okay, make sure that the drop of oil gets onto that or into that well. Okay, there are no oil points behind this cover, so you don't have to bother dealing with that. So anywhere there's a red dot, except the occasional piece where there isn't enough paint or you can't reach the paint. It's all the way inside there, and the hook assembly. Don't forget there. Okay, there is a dot someplace on this sucker, but I don't remember where it is. I gotta look.